Ichigo, wait, Hitsugayo, wait. Okay, Hitsugayo looks like a splitting image of Ichigo, but see, I'm even saying Ichigo now. Hitsugayo's Bankai, man, like, it's hype, and someone called it because I remember ages ago on Reddit, someone was just like, wait, hang on, what if the petals, if it all diminishes, that's like his true Bankai? And I'm just like, wait, what? I'm like, yo, that would be madness. And I'm just like, it kind of confirms that Kubo's just chilling out on Bleach Reddit all the time, just reading people, thinking like, maybe I'll put that in, maybe I'll put that in. But either way, this chapter was awesome. I really loved the whole the unpredictability of this chapter. I did not see that happening, actually. To be fair, ever since when Toshiro first arrived, that's when I thought, okay, Toshiro can redeem himself. When he went Bankai and he pretty much freezed Gerard, I was just like, yes, we'll finally see some awesomeness, some badass that Toshiro is. And then ever since, obviously, like, what, a couple of seconds afterwards, Gerard just broke out of that. I was just like, there's no hope for him, like, all is lost now. But Kubo really trolls us again, and his Bankai is pretty much when his petals are like a timer, you could say. And but every time when we thought those petals are cracking, well, actually no, that's incorrect, because it weren't every time. It was ever since, like, I'm gonna say previously, before the 17 months or the 18 months after Aizen's defeat, that's when Hitsugayo trained his Bankai into a true Bankai. Like, he said it himself, like, his Bankai is now fully completed, he's fully trained it, he's mastered it and everything. So when everyone saw those petals again, everyone was like, wait, what? Is Hitsugayo weak again? Like, has he not mastered it yet or whatever? But ever since he's mastered his Bankai, those petals has had a different meaning. That's what I believe, that's what I think. And since mastery of his Bankai, the petals, every time when they vanish, that's when his true Bankai matures. So it's kind of like Ikaku's, what's his Sanpakuto called again? Hizukumaru. It's kind of like his, I can't remember what his Bankai is called again, but like, at first, like, the dragon lights up, so it kind of warms up. So you could kind of say that Hitsuga's kind of got like two levels to his Bankai. And one level is just like, it's not in true maturity yet, and that's with the petals, and then the petals dissolve and melt. And I believe those petals, they're obviously a symbol. They're also, I mean, a symbol for, like, if he's fighting, when he goes straight Bankai, if the opponent's not strong enough, the petals, like, he doesn't have to go into full maturity. And the only reason we see those petals dissolve is because, one, Gerard's that strong of an opponent, and two, he's been in the Bankai that long. Ever since Mastery, he's been in a Bankai that, because he's been in a Bankai since he turned up against Gerard. So obviously his Bankai's been in that long of a state. That's why the petals are falling. So I'm really hyped. The possibilities for what his Bankai can be is awesome, because one, it's the strongest ice type Sanpakuto, so we're actually going to see the strength that can come with the title, the strongest ice types Sanpakuto. Now, I don't think it's going to be Yamamoto kind of level, because one, Hitsugai doesn't have the amount of Reiatsu that Yamamoto did, but I do think it'll be to that kind of magnitude, or that kind of degree. I think Hitsugayo right now, at this point in time, with his Bankai being true maturity, he is much stronger. Like, I do think he can take out Gerard, in my opinion, right now, with full maturity. Well, maybe not. The thing is with Gerard, he's difficult. He's a difficult Quincy. Like, if it weren't for his ability, like, he could die. If it weren't for his ability, he'd be dead by now. That's why, like, last chapter, if it weren't for the miracle, Kenpachi would have killed him. And that's why I don't think Toshiro's going to be able to kill him, but I think Toshiro's going to be able to put him out. Like, put him down for the count, kind of, if you see what I mean. Just like how Kenpachi managed to basically take him out momentarily, I think Toshiro can do the same with his Bankai being in full maturity. So I'm really wondering if we'll get some new abilities. I'm not sure if we'll get new abilities. I think because the word choice that Kubo used is very specific. He said maturity. So it's not like an upgrade, it's kind of like its full potential. It's like, that's what Daiguren Hiyorimaru truly is, that we're seeing Toshiro. I don't know how he got into adulthood right now. I don't know if that's got to do with the Bankai kind of thing, but I'll talk about that in a second. But I don't think we'll be getting any new abilities, because if it's in its true maturity, I think we'll just be seeing those abilities fleshed out, if you kind of get what I mean. Like, all the abilities that we've seen before, like the pillars and all that kind of stuff, that wasn't it to its full potential, if you kind of get my drift. And what was I going to say, with yeah, with the whole adult thing, like, wait, I'm a bit baffled on that. I think, in my opinion, this is permanent. Because it says maturity. Maturity, if you mature, it's kind of not like a temporary kind of thing, because you age. Maturities are all about, like, progress. Okay, anyway, a motorbike just came past. Either way, maturity is all about, like, progression and, like, getting older kind of thing. So, I don't think this maturity, Toshiro being an adult, is kind of only existing within his Bankai state. I think he's going to stay like this from now on, because he's fully unlocked it. Like, the seal is broken. I don't think that seal is going to become locked again, if you kind of get what I mean. So I'm hoping Toshiro's forever in this state, meaning that he won't be a kid anymore, meaning his Bankai won't be kiddie kind of thing. And if you understand how strong Hitsugai must be right now, because if his previous Bankai, when it wasn't matured, he was captain level, and he was able to take, he took out Sturmer that can do that easily. Now, think how strong he must be if he's matured. Just think about that. And also think what Kyoku said. Kyoku said in 100 years that Toshiro will be able to surpass him. And even though it hasn't been 100 years, that was when Kyoku was taken into account of Toshiro now. Kyoku wasn't taken into account of Toshiro's Bankai even being matured, because none of these captains knew. All the captains assume when the petals run out, his Bankai is gone. That's what we assumed as well. So I really like that, how Kubo managed to fall this in. And now looking back at the previous chapters, I've realised that Kubo has slightly put focus on Toshiro's character. Even whether it be with the humour, with the short jokes, even though we've kind of been getting a limelight on Kenpachi with his Bankai, it always seemed like we were seeing it through Toshiro's lens, if you kind of get what I mean. Like, we've been getting a lot of focus on Toshiro's Toshiro's character in the limelight, whilst, like, Kenpachi has been fighting. And that could have been just like a hint that Kubo has been doing, that we'll be seeing more of Toshiro. But either way, I'm happy with how this is happening, because I said this at the start. I said that Gerard, he's going to be the Quincy for everyone, for all, like, the Soul Reapers to showcase off their abilities. That's why I never thought it would be a one-on-one kind of situation. So, who knows? Toshiro, but I don't think Toshiro's going to be able to, like, defeat Gerard, but he's obviously going to do something that's going to take some damage on him. Maybe we'll see some Byakuya coming in as well, or Shinji Bankai, please. But either way, this chapter was awesome. I'm really loving Gerard's character design, because everyone was thinking it would be like a little Bower kind of thing. But I'm really loving it, because he looks more like a warrior with the whole helmet and everything. He looks awesome. So tell me in the comment below what you thought of this chapter. I'm so hyped to see next week if we're going to see such strength of the strongest ice type Sanpakuto. And like, the fan base is going to be mad, especially the female. The female fan base of Hitsugai, they're just going to be like, they're going to be knocked out, you know, like nose bleeding and everything. So tell me in the comment below, Shinigami-san, what do you think of this chapter? Do you think Hitsugai is going to have any more abilities? Do you think it's a coincidence that Hitsugai looks like Ichigo? Because if you think about it, when Ichigo was a kid and look at Hitsugai, when Hitsugai's like in his kiddie kind of, it's a little bit confusing, but they do look a little bit similar. I'm not saying that Hitsugai is going to be from the Shiba clan, but I don't know. The similarities are very it's very obvious. So tell me in the comment below, the Shinigami-san, and I'll see you next week for Bleach chapter 671. See ya.